broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Got a secret, can you keep it? Swim this swim, you say. Gotta lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. And I'll show you that I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can't keep a secret.
Hannah! Oh, me?
I've understood.
I like blue on my finger instead of like...
Well, you don't sing, so you have to do something.
I never feel like doing the singing. And did you all forget the lyrics this time?
No,
What
it
was
started
that?
slowing down.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
We got really excited.
we have not been nailing it. I don't think we ever did.
I think this is better than last week, so props to us
We
on
need to
that.
start having choir practice, you guys.
We'll work on it, but before we get into all of our practice, let's do this show. Hello, AfterBuzzers, and welcome to another Pretty Little Liars after show. New lies, new guys. One of my favorite titles of a Pretty Little Liars episode.
New guys.
There was no new guys.
There
though.
wasn't though.
No,
New girls.
Yeah.
you know, new
We
girl.
need some more eye candy.
I agree.
I mean, we have
really-
a lot, but we need some more.
I'm really loving Jordan.
Yeah.
No, I want Liam to...
Guys, I was all about Caleb tonight. Oh, yeah.
You were?
You guys all
Yeah.
have favorite guys tonight. I like it. Well, we'll get into all these storylines, but it's of course season 6B, episode 14 already. So season is going. Speeding by. And I'm Stephanie Wenger, and you can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Wenger.
I'm Kristin Strange, and you can find me on Twitter at Kristin_Strange.
I'm Hanna Prichard, and you all can find me on Twitter at The Hotshot Dude.
I'm Heather Joy Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at Heather Joy Smith, and I'm also on our Twitter tonight, so hashtag ABTVPLL to chat with us.
Yes. And
Yeah, where's our pictures, guys?
We got one picture.
Dustin Bradley
Yes.
I love that picture, Dustin.
Yes, and somebody
I don't know
else
which camera to
shouted
show
out-
it to, but yay, Dustin, thank
Yeah,
you.
and people have been shouting out that they're watching, so we appreciate that as well. Maybe we'll pull those up in a little bit. We're, of course, always streaming live on YouTube, and you can find us all the time on SoundCloud, iTunes. We just love hearing from you, especially with this show. So many theories. We have them getting texts again, so we want to know who you think it is. Who killed Charlotte is still a big question out there. But let's talk about Hanna and the tape and start there. And
That lawyer was good. Don't tell anyone. They can't prove it.
Yeah, they've really stepped up their whole, lawyer, detective,
Right.
police
They
game.
got some money now, guys.
Yeah, they've really figured this
And
out.
Jordan seems to have some money, so he's gonna back up his girl.
I know. I don't know what he does for a living, but I love him.
I think he's got money in his family.
Yeah, I think he's in fashion and he's got money in his family, but he is beautiful.
I
to look
loved
at.
the note tonight of once you fly private, you can't go to back to
Right.
first class. I was like,
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
First class is just like Coach.
Yeah.
I only get to fly first class when I get bumped up from Coach because I'm flying alone. Like, I've never actually purchased.
That's happened to you before?
Oh, it happens to me all the time.
What?
Like, anytime I book a Coach ticket, I never end up flying Coach because if I'm flying by myself.
What?
Yeah.
That never happens to me. Instead, every time I always request a window seat, and instead, every time I get to my aisle, the person who got there before me has taken my window seat and
That's
is just
when you
staring
say,
at me like,
get
out.
up.
no, I can't do it.
No, you say, you're in my seat.
No, I get
Then-
anxiety about
no.
that, and I just
Okay.
sit down and I'm like,
Ladies, I love hearing about your flight stories too, and we all have them. But let's talk about Pretty Little Liars and get back to that and
Right.
talk about this tape. So it's interesting because you see Hanna tell kind of part of the truth, not the full truth. Even when the lawyer's like, you must, she still is unwilling to kind of go there.
To be fair, she didn't say that's kind of unrelated. She didn't say,
Right.
you have to tell me everyone who texts you. She was like, is there anything else related to this that I need to know?
Which wasn't exactly related, so she kind of
Right.
could get away
So
with
I feel
it.
like she didn't lie. I don't think she
Right.
lied.
She was just omitting some parts of the story.
It was unrelated, so.
Right.
I still, which you guys know after last week how I feel about all these text messages and like a new A thing. It like really pisses me the hell off. But
I feel like you and I are on a similar page with that. I loved kind of the way it was going. The new A is interesting, but I feel like it kind of brings you back to like season 5, and you're like, oh, or I guess the beginning of season 6, and you're just kind of I wanted a new start for them.
Mm-hmm. And especially if they're going to bring all of that back, like them omitting and not telling the police this time about this stuff, like right as it starts, it really is just restarting over the entire plot line, and like it really bothers me.
I think that was their way, the whole thing was their way of being like, look, they're different. Because she's like, look, here's my lawyer, I'm going to tell you the truth. And
yeah, but even Hannah's mom said, you're not in high school anymore. Like, stop with this.
Old habits die hard.
Right.
Ugh. It's silly. It's stupid. They haven't even been threatened yet to not tell. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's so silly to me. Like,
oh no, Hannah's text was threatening, like, don't tell anyone or I'm going to blow you guys up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna blow you guys up. Okay.
It was emojis, so that was the basis of it, though.
That kills me so hard.
with emojis.
Clearly is immature.
Yeah. A's obviously a millennial.
Right.
They know how to download the emoji keyboard.
Yeah, and like special emojis that nobody has unlocked yet. So
yeah. Do you have any
good.
predictions on who this A is at this moment? Any thoughts on?
I'll save that.
I mean, I want a guess from you guys.
I've talked to some, like I had a couple people talk to me who do other shows, talk to me about it, and they all think that it's Allison. That this time it's going to be Allison as A.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's missing in action right now. Kind of makes her look a little guilty.
Yeah, I don't have any opinions. God, I hate it, and everybody's gonna be so mad at me watching the after show now because now that they've done it this way, I don't even care who it is. Like, I really don't care this time. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out.
Right, I'm with you on that. Like, it's not like my mission to find out who A is this time. I'm more interested in their storylines and what's going on with their lives now, more so than I really don't care.
Yeah.
I do think it's someone in the inner circle, though. I think it's not somebody that, like, I feel like with Charlotte, and definitely fans have tweeted me this, that in some ways it felt like a cop-out. Like, we didn't really know Charlotte, and like it was like this person that we'd never been introduced to, and and that felt kind of sad after 6 seasons, where now I feel like if they're bringing back this A story in some capacity, it's not labeled A yet, but like a similar text message, whatever, rival, it's going to be somebody that we are so familiar with. It's someone that will, I hope,
Allison
really
would
shock
be good
us.
Yeah, I think Allison would be good.
Yeah.
But we also learned it could be, I guess it's the usual suspects, as you said, Byron tonight. What did you think about seeing him at Raleigh?
Alicia Perez, Billie Jean Girl 18, asked us, what do we think his secret is that he's hiding? And
I think he's hooking up with their mom.
He did. Wait, with Aria's mom?
Yeah, I think they're like hooking up again.
I do too. I have the same thing.
In the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't, after your kids just got used to you being divorced, you can't be like, hey, guess what? Why are we sleeping together? Because, and maybe they don't know if they're like getting back together. Plus, she's damaged because he cheated on her.
But why would he need to tell Ezra that?
Yeah.
Well, no, because Ezra probably saw them like doing something that night, so he probably just needs to be like, I need to tell you about like this thing you saw me doing with Aria's mom, so you don't tell Aria that like, hey. And then he freaked out and he's like, okay, Aria, now we can talk because I need to tell you before Ezra does, because he can't get a hold of Ezra because he's gone.
I mean, that was interesting because that was not the read I got on it at all.
Yeah, me neither. That's
thought,
interesting.
Yeah.
I definitely think he's hooking up with
What'd
their
you
mom.
all think?
He's just shady. I don't know.
But it's literally like season 1 again, because what did we think in season 1? Oh, it might be Byron. Like, maybe he's in part of it.
I feel like now they're playing into all of the suspicions that people had the first time around with A. Like, now, everybody thought it was going to be the Montgomerys or whatever in some capacity, and I feel like now they're going hard with that this time to be like, are we going to do it this time? Is it going to be them?
I don't know. It's interesting because there's been so many fan theories for so many years that now it almost feels like they're
like using one of those theories.
I mean, I I give them more credit than that. The writers of Pretty Little Liars are obviously phenomenal at what they do, but it in some ways feels like that's kind of why I said inner circle. It feels like they're kind of going to come out with that shock at the end
like
of
it's got to be one of the people that is one of the main 10-15 characters that we see almost every episode.
Right, exactly. And somebody tweeted me this week that it would be oh my gosh, he's super rich now.
Lucas.
Jesus.
Thank you. I was like, I just had like a momentary. Yes.
I'm really glad that Lucas got super rich because
Me too.
he deserves it because he was bullied in high school and now he's like, hey, I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to cuss on camera. But like, guess what, Rosewood? Look it, I won.
Yeah.
I feel like it can't be him only because I feel like he's just kind of not even associated with the girls. He doesn't care. He's got his own thing going.
I think his only reason for coming back to Rosewood was to be like, guess what? Lucas won. Nerds win in the end.
Right.
I was going to say, he won, like, the 10-year reunion.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's...
I mean, they probably haven't even gotten to 5, but still.
Yeah. But there's no reason for him to have killed Charlotte.
No.
None.
Yeah. And I think he's still in love with Hanna. I think it's a good, like, slap in the face to her that he ended up being so successful.
And, like, he could be her knight in shining armor this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do we think, though, that she'll stay with Jordan now that he's been so supportive, or is she going to toss him aside?
She loves Jordan, I can tell. Like, she genuinely seems happy with Jordan. I think that things are going to come up, but, like, I think that she genuinely seems happy, and he genuinely seems like a good guy. Like, he's solid. Like she said, she was, like, swirling and spinning, and she feels grounded with him, and I don't know, he seems like he's a good influence on her.
I feel like, though, that she still has feelings for Caleb, but this episode, I more so felt like Caleb is just done with her.
Yeah, but do your feelings like that ever fully go away for your first love?
No.
Like, that's just something.
And you're always still going to be, like, jealous and protective, even if you don't want to be with them.
They spent so long together. Like, they were so many firsts for each other.
Maybe you can still love them, but you don't want to be with them.
Right. And I think that she feels that way. Like, she still loves him, but she doesn't want to be with him. I think she knows she made the right choice with Jordan.
Yeah.
I feel like Caleb, though, is shutting the door on that because he knows she's engaged. Like,
right.
Like, any logical person, when someone's engaged, I think shuts the door on that relationship.
I just like how you put logical in front of it. Like,
logical and this show don't quite go together.
I know.
But we get your point.
I was trying to think of a better word for that, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's one of those things where he had to shut the door, and that's why we see him move on to Spencer, which I guess is kind of our next topic. And what do we think about that? Do we like that relationship?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I really do.
I love it.
I do too.
I don't know why. I think it's a really interesting pairing, but
I do too. It's weird, but
it's weird.
Good.
It's weird to me.
They're so, like, sexy together.
Yeah, they really are.
I think it's like a super fun relationship, and I want to see more of it, but I don't want it super long term. For some reason.
cray-cray.
Yeah, you are cray-cray. I mean,
Toby seems happy with his new little girl.
Right. Spencer needs
I don't
to
think he
get
does.
some.
I don't like her.
I don't think he's happy, but he's with her, and Spencer needs to go have her fun.
He's planning on proposing. You think he's gonna...
I don't think that he is.
I don't think he is now either.
I think that was a ring
a
for
ring.
I think that was a ring for Spencer.
You think?
Yeah.
But do we think that... So, he's allegedly going to propose, but not going to happen. I thought...
Why was he carrying it then?
I think he was going to propose to her, not Spencer, the other girl. What's her name?
Yvonne.
I think he was going to propose to her, but saw Spencer and thought, we're just gonna not do this right now.
And I thought it was his reaction to finding out about Spencer and Caleb. That, like, he realized he still has some feelings.
Right. I don't think I don't think the ring is for Spencer currently. I think that's a ring that he purchased a while ago.
Why does everyone feel like they need to get married before they're 23?
Right?
But why in the research would it say that they just, like, had a misnomer, that they thought it was for Yvonne and not for Spencer? Because in the research that Spencer received, it said he bought a ring at XY jeweler. Forgive me, I don't remember the jeweler, but, like...
And he was going to propose at lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy it.
What also kind of struck me as crazy was Emily says to Hanna, you've been engaged for a year. So she's been engaged already for a year. So that means she had to have been with Jordan for at least like a year before that if she's a smart girl, which I feel like she is. Like she's not going to get engaged after like a day. So like she has to be at least, you know, a good portion of months. So like there's no way, like I don't know. She's been separated from Caleb for over 2 years.
Over 3 years, because 3 years was when they were in Africa.
What?
Caleb and Spencer.
They weren't in Africa, you fool.
You're in Europe, sorry.
I was like, wait, I missed a lot.
I was like, who? What? Were they there?
Sorry, Europe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking
Fair.
Ezra.
So they've probably been together. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you're starting to see these. I mean, you're talking about a long-term relationship, engaged, and then you have, but I still feel like there's some lingering feelings, kind of on both, on actually all three of like.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
Toby,
has lingering feelings. It seems like.
Yeah, they're all. It was like
but
a
they
love
were
square,
all each other's first love,
right?
So it's like that stuff's gonna happen.
I don't know that I would like be okay with. Hanna seems like like it's fine, be with him, and like that's an interesting place. I don't know if she'll.
I don't think
lose
she's.
it.
Yeah, I don't think she's actually fine. I mean, if any of my friends were to date my ex-boyfriend, you're dead to me.
Really?
I don't care if it's been 15 years. You're dead to me.
I think
public service announcement.
I think
Just
I would
take that as
be
a fair
okay.
warning.
Like not my most recent, but like my high school boyfriend or like my college boyfriend. Like I would be totally fine if one of my friends was like, "Hey."
Wait till it happens. They're dead
No,
to you.
no. I honestly, I wouldn't care because like I have like feelings that like I loved this person once, but like. Hannah's in love with someone else.
Yeah,
and
but wouldn't that be
why?
so weird? Okay, so say I go and date your ex-boyfriend, and you...
We have different types. I don't think we like them.
Well,
but anyways,
I'm
you guys.
just saying. And then you and I hang out all the time. If I were to bring him around like every Friday, you would totally have a problem with that.
I've been in this situation before. I'm gonna be honest. I had a best friend in high school, and we like dated two of the same guys.
I had a bad feeling about this.
And it's like right away. It like back to back. That's like a little tough, but like I still dealt with it, and even still like it now for them. It's been so long. Like I don't know. They're in like the same age around as me, and like I don't feel like I would be upset if any of my high school boyfriends or college boyfriends were happy with other girls now. Yeah.
I had a high school boyfriend who I dated, and he dated another girl before me. And then me and the girl, after I broke up with him, we ended up becoming best friends. And she's still one of my best friends to this day. But we both dated him before we were friends.
That's fair.
I would like to say I really love the girl talk. Like, you know how much I love girl talk.
Would you care if your friends dated?
Yes.
Tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us.
Yes.
Because this is definitely happening.
Yes. So it's a Pretty Little Liars related topic, but
we're on board. I think that's what the whole conversation boils down to. Yeah. We're on board with it.
I'm on board.
Don't get me wrong. I am obsessed with Spencer and Caleb together. And I'm totally A-okay with it.
Think about how pretty their babies would be.
I mean, I get it. I just, it's one of those things where I think it's just going to take me time. I was like fully on the Caleb Hanna ship, if you will.
But and then they were so cute. She was like, "Oh, a couple that what were they doing together?"
What
were they doing together? She was like, "Oh, a couple that does this together." And then she was like, "It's like a ... And then I was like, "Whoa, couple?"
Yeah.
That escalated really quickly.
I think Toby's the only one that's still like harboring real feelings. Like I feel like his Yvonne is like a replacement of Spencer. He found somebody who is similar to Spencer.
Ambitious, like all the same qualities that Spencer has, like good grades, all those things that we've known Spencer to be.
He has a type.
And he genuinely seemed like he is not okay with it when Caleb told him.
Oh no, that reaction on his face was crystal clear that it was not okay. Also, did you see
also though there's like a shock factor that comes with it. It's like he probably wasn't expecting it either. So
you know what I find very interesting is in the special back in November, the guys on that special claimed that there was a lot of bromances going on this season.
Yeah, where are they?
We have yet to really see one, and I feel like all of their relationships are completely crumbling. So it's completely the opposite of those bromances that they told us about.
I think that they created that in their head. They were like, I feel like we're bromances in real life. So in their spare time, they're like going through backstory. They're like, I bet you Caleb and Toby just hang out all the time, like off camera. Like,
I almost feel like they were talking about their personal lives, not the show lives.
Yeah, it's interesting because you start to see, I feel like as a show goes on like this is, season 6 of this show, you do start to get those moments where you're like, is this something that came out of, like, them actually being friends? And you see that across a lot of shows. It happens all the time. Let's talk about Ezra, and I feel like so bad for Ezra now. I know we didn't see a lot of him tonight, or did we see any
of him?
No, I don't think we didn't see him at all.
But I know, my TV screen was blank.
He's talked about so much, like, in terms of being depressed and just, like, he is struggling. And it doesn't seem like Aria really, like, wants to help him in a true friend form anymore. It's really about getting this book done.
I think she does. I think she still loves him and she still cares, and she really does want to see him be okay.
Yeah, I feel like she had to go and make sure that 9 iron was still there for her, like, own relief kind of thing, because I feel like still loves him. And she can't love somebody who possibly could have killed Charlotte in her mind. This is in her mind. Mm-hmm. So I think she had to know.
I feel like
herself.
in anyone's mind.
Right. That's true. I feel like she had to find out if it was him or not, because she can't, like, still love him and hang out with him and do all these things for him if he did that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I feel like she wants him to, like, be better. I think she wants the best for him.
Right.
But I do think that she has been, because of a lack of understanding with what he's going through, I think that she has been acting selfishly towards him.
Yeah.
And, like, her intentions, although I think she wants to believe are pure and for him, she's acting for herself.
Right, and she wants to go into the apartment
illegally.
Illegally. Like, I just feel like in some ways, like, if you truly still loved him, you wouldn't kind of treat everything in exactly the way she's kind of doing it. I feel like there's another way you would.
I think she cares so much that she's, like, I think it's an over-caring. Like, she still cares so much that she wants all these, like, she wants to protect him.
Interesting.
Right. I'm with you on that, where she just needs to know. So if he did do it, she can back him up on it.
I just want Liam to show up.
I mean,
I want to see that. What? We haven't even gotten any of him yet. You be cray-cray.
I'm done.
Is he ever going to show up, though? I feel like he's not going to be a big character.
I feel like every week it's like, Liam's going to show up. He's gonna show up.
Jordan is like, let me just fly in on my private jet, but Liam, he's on a budget.
Yeah. Truth. Writer life. Publisher life. I don't know what you call that. Yeah. What are they? Publishers?
Yeah, they're publishers.
Okay.
Books.
Yep.
Bookers.
Book people.
Yeah.
He's an assistant.
He's like
at a
an
publishing
editor
house.
or something. Yeah, he's like the assistant. So.
Yeah, they don't get paid well. No. They can't afford to fly.
No, but what do we think, though? Ezra involved? Not involved?
Not involved.
Not involved?
Who?
No.
Ezra?
No.
I do think he saw something. I do too. No.
And Sabrina, what do we think? Does she know what's going on fully with
but
Ezra?
I'm really sad that she didn't, like, she hit it off with Emily, and then, like, they fell through because she saw her putting the loft key back. Which, why would she send Emily? She should have sent Aria to do that. Like, Aria should have done that. Emily shouldn't have risked her relationship with Sabrina. Yeah. Because it seems like they like each other.
Aria was so snarky with Sabrina, too, when she came in. I was like, not necessary.
And if they stole the key, why did they put it back? Like,
idiots.
If she forgot,
I'm like,
just keep it.
Just keep it.
Yeah. You might need it again.
Right.
Make a copy, then return it.
And then it's, like, not as obvious. I mean, obviously, she knew
and then, like,
that
drop
it
on
gone.
the floor somewhere or something.
Put it, like, behind the couch or something, and then Sabrina's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes on Pretty Little Liars, they're not the most logical bunch.
I did want to know who Jessica was. Do we know who Jessica is, who left that voicemail on Ezra's machine?
Yeah.
I think that it was just, like, a filler.
I don't think so. No, nothing's just a filler.
I think it's funny though that she was like, "I'm back in the States. Let's have coffee." Like, what state are you in?
Well, I imagine she was on the trip with him. That's why I don't feel like she's a filler, because she has to know something about Nicole. Right?
Yeah, Nicole. Yes.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like nothing on the show is like kind of left to out.
Right.
It's like it's supposed to be in, and there's a reason for that. But I'm not sure yet. Maybe in the coming weeks we'll learn something about her. I'm trying to look if there's anything else from the show tonight that we were missing. I guess a little bit about who do we think? You know, we kind of started on this, but this new A, is this going to be a long-term thing, or is this the rest of the season now?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope not. Honestly, I'm interested in the whodunit aspect with who killed Charlotte. I'm very interested in Ezra's storyline with like things like his depression and things that happen with Nicole. Like, to me, those are the more mature, evolved storylines for this season, and I want those to be the things that we focus on. I could really care less about this A stuff. Like, really, if anything, it like takes me out of the show.
Interesting, because I'm like partially in on it and partially just, I want it to be shocking though. I want the reveal to be kind of what I wanted at the end of season 6A. I want it to be someone where you're like, it's, you know, it's like Aria's brother, where it's like so surprising, like it's someone who's been around the entire time, and how did they accomplish it?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, that would redeem it at the end for me, but you got to get me to the end at this point. But I will say the one thing that I do appreciate about A this time around, or their execution of it, is the text bubbles. I'm all about the text bubbles. I'm like,
I have an iPhone.
Exactly. I'm like, that is a total millennial stress text bubbles.
How weird was it though? They have that prosthetic face.
Oh my god, I so called that as soon as they were walking out of the hotel. I was like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be Sarah. I guarantee it. It has to be.
So it has to be a little person, because he's an old little man.
Right.
That was so stupid,
cute,
you guys. Like, that was, did anybody else not think that was so dumb?
Yeah,
I mean, we all knew it was at first you were like, why is it,
I was like, why is the old man
why
there?
are they focusing on like this hotel employee, this old man? And then you quickly realize it's obviously a costume. And I agree, it's possibly Sarah, but kind of seems too obvious.
Yeah.
Who else could it be though?
We don't know. I mean, who else is at
Could
Radley?
be Aria's brother. He could be back.
We haven't seen him in a long time.
It could still be Jason. What's Jason doing?
Yeah.
Switched over to Teen Wolf. It's okay.
Oh, did he?
He's unavailable.
No, Aria's brother.
Yes, Aria's brother
he did.
is on Teen Wolf.
I know that I'm quite hostile about this season, so I really actually do want to know if you guys agree with me and are having the same issues with this, like, new
Team Hanna.
jump and A and stuff like that, or do you all think I'm being a big old jerk?
Okay, so before, I want that answer for sure. So tweet us at ABTVPLL. And also, tweet us your pictures. We still want them. We want
to see your beautiful faces.
We want to see your beautiful faces watching our show, watching PLL, whatever it is that you want to tweet us and get involved, and we'll share or show the pictures in the weeks to come. And it's been really fun to see you guys watching our show, and we love hearing from you. So keep tweeting at us. We love it. Let's get into, I guess it's kind of a fun fact, news and gossip, if you will.
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
So, did any of you watch Grease live on Sunday?
I did.
No,
You didn't?
I didn't.
Well, if you did catch Grease live, in addition to some serious rain in Southern California,
Loved it.
Me too. It's so exciting.
Yeah. So you saw some familiar sets if you're a Pretty Little Liars fan.
Was that the Pretty Little Liars high school when they were in front of it?
That's awesome.
It was filmed on Warner Brothers Live.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was super excited because of the cheerleading, so I didn't really notice, but now that you mention it, you're right.
Yeah, so they filmed it on 2 sound stages and the outdoor area of the Warner Brothers lot. So I spotted Rosewood High, the town square where you see oftentimes them, like the church bells ringing and all of that. And a few of the girls' homes as well were I think Julianne Hough sang on a porch that was one of the girls' homes.
Oh, Emily.
Yeah.
Right? Was it Emily's?
I think so. I have to go back and double check again. But also, it's where Gilmore Girls was filmed for many years. So if you're a fan of Pretty Little Liars or Gilmore Girls, the sets should have looked familiar to you. Go back, watch again, and spot that. I thought it was like a really fun Hollywood.
Fun.
Yeah,
totally.
all on the Warner Brothers lot. So definitely something to check out again. And let's get into, I know we've been predicting, but predictions. Woohoo!
Oh yeah. And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Does anyone have a one that's jumping out?
I do.
Kristin, go for it.
I think that Allie's gonna come back married to Dr. Rollins.
Oh,
Interesting.
So I'm like, she comes back next week. I think she's gonna be married. Yeah.
Interesting. I think Sarah's behind the mask.
Well, maybe Sarah and Allie are together wherever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did see her in the promo going, "You never knew Charlotte."
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe they're doing something together. Sneaky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, I think that it could be, I know we talked about this for so many seasons, but multi-generational now. I'm starting to wonder.
You're gonna go to this every single season.
Like it's
Like
gonna
the
make
De
me rip
Laurentiis
myself.
grandpa. Like Grandpa De Laurentiis
But
is
we
coming
never-
back.
we-
Allie has a baby.
We haven't seen some of the moms in a while.
No, I know, I agree with you, but that's why it makes me
have
so
lives.
mad because they're like raising the exact same stuff
Mrs.
that it was
Marin.
before. I'm like, get a new storyline.
I just want Mrs. Marin to find a good man.
Okay, so we
Me too.
talked about this while watching it.
What happened to Ted?
What happened to Ted, everyone?
Where
Is
did he
Ted
go?
gone?
Because I'm pretty sure weren't they going to get married?
Right.
yeah.
That's why
Wonder if Arya's dad and Mrs. Marin are hooking up.
They can be sisters.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
the
like at some
secret.
point you can't have everybody crisscross, right? Like, it just gets a little.
Well, it is a small town.
It's true.
As we were told tonight.
I say Liam comes back and Ezra comes back and they meet. Why is everybody out of town though? Like real talk, they all have to be together.
Suspicious.
Yeah. How's everyone out of town?
That doesn't just happen.
It's getting crazy. I don't know. I want kind of everyone. I kind of want a party or something that brings everyone in the same room.
I liked the dinner table thing that you had talked about last week.
Yeah, I think that would be really interesting. Like I
agree.
I want something where they're all together and that can kind of be a giant whodunit because now you're all sitting in the same room having this
Let's
conversation.
turn it into a game of Clue.
You know,
Did you do it?
with the murder weapon, we can add a golf club. It's fine. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Everyone has to bring a 9 club to the dinner.
Side
If yours
note,
is
though.
missing, you did it.
Yeah.
I didn't know golf clubs even had numbers.
What?
Kristen.
And
Stop talking.
okay, so this was a thing that everyone else knew.
Yes.
Well, it's not numbers so much; it's names. Like that's a
Yeah.
9-iron. There's a putter, driver. Like
Yeah.
Okay, see, I thought, I was like, man, these girls know so much about golf. Like, that's not realistic.
It's like a typical.
That was just me then.
That was just
I
you.
did play golf in 4th grade, so I probably should have known that. But
in fourth
You
grade.
probably just used the driver.
Yeah.
So many questions, so many things we learned from Pretty Little Liars. It's all good. So with that, I think that wraps up our show. But thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tweet us using the hashtag ABTVPLL, and you can tweet me at Stephanie Wenger.
you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kristin_Strange.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Hotshot Dude.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Heather Joy Smith.
See you all next week with more PLL. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.